His Excellency Peter Obi was governor, and he made a statement. He said, any infrastructure that stands on the way of road construction must go.
What up, guys? It's your boy Abamson, and we are on another episode again, bro. And we are on the cocoa. And today we are going to be reacting to the criticisms that the Lagos Calabar Coastal Road has generated all over the country. You know, I thought that this project is supposed to be widely celebrated. This project is supposed to be a project that is going to announce Nigeria. This project is supposed to be a project that is going to put Nigeria on the map. And it really doesn't matter where you come from, whether you come from the north or the south. This is something that anybody should have been proud of. When they talk about Nigeria bad, we want some change in Nigeria. Now, the kind of thing we would define be this. And now we have it, and we are criticizing it. Now, one of the persons that has been most critical about this wonderful project is His Excellency Peter Obi. And he's been responsible for, incendiary comments and rallying up his base to criticize this project. And I'd like you to take a look at the reaction of the Minister of Works, His Excellency Dave Umahi, on Peter Obi's remarks. Take a look at it.
Some of the comments made by my brother, His Excellency Peter Obi, I'm not supposed to comment about it because some people have already done the work, and I saw what Arise brought, the say Criticises channel, and they were bringing, similar scenario when
now,
His Excellency.
When it comes to Arise, I really like their journalism, but they need to work on it because it seems like they are really biased and against the government of Nigeria. Because when bad things happen to Nigeria, Arise is the first to report it. Arise is the first to criticize. But when there are good developments in Nigeria, they stay quiet. I think that a mouth that criticizes should be a mouth that comments. That's my only criticism of Arise. I do like them. I watch them. But I think that they should be more active when positive things happen in our country.
Peter Obi was governor, and he made a statement. He said, any infrastructure that stands on the way of road construction must go.
Now, His Excellency Mr. Peter Obi was the former governor of Anambra State. Now, in his 8-year stint as the governor of Anambra State, he demolished lots of infrastructures that stood in the right of way. You can go on YouTube, you can go on the internet. The evidence is there. He did that. And now he's criticizing his colleagues, I'll call it his opponent, for doing the exact same thing. Now, I call it the hypocrisy of politicians. Now, it's not just about Mr. Peter Obi. I think politicians are the same. They all have that same attributes all over the world. In the US, in Canada, you find politicians with these attributes. When they're in office, they stay silent. But when they're out of office, they criticize the same thing that they have done. So, look, it's just normal. A lot of people think that Mr. Peter Obi is a saint, but he's not. He's a politician. There is a saying that politicians do act out of consequence and not out of good conscience. So politicians are the same. They are virtually the same. Peter Obi demolished a lot of structures, and I think that that is the right thing that he would have done, that any governor would have done if you are really serious about achieving your goals. If you're looking at, you don't want to hurt anybody, then achieving goals would be really difficult. Some structures standing in the right of way would have to go. And that's what Mr. P2B did, and that's what he's criticizing now. I call it the hypocrisy of politicians. Now, it's not just about Mr. P2B. Like, I remember vivid when the current president, Bola Tinubu, criticized our then president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, for the removal of fuel subsidy. He called him a betrayer. You can fact check me. He called Goodluck Ebele Jonathan a betrayer for the removal of fuel subsidy. But in his inauguration, the first thing he did was to affirm the removal of fuel subsidy. The hypocrisy of politicians. Look, I don't know why you guys take these people seriously, but these people are politicians and they're always looking out for what benefits them. And that's why you can trust all these people. They are all the same. They are all politicians. Although I think I like Mr. P2B, but that doesn't mean that I would agree with him in everything, in every way, shape, or form. I think that he's wrong in this, and this is a wonderful project, and he shouldn't criticize this kind of project. Let's watch on.
And there will be no compensation paid, quote and unquote. That's what he said. But look at me, by the human face of Renewed Hope Agenda Administration, we are even paying for people that are illegally staying on the coastline and do not even have, valid infrastructure and valid documents.
I don't think that it is necessary, it's a necessity constitutionally to compensate people that are affected by, the right of way. I don't think it's constitutional. Now, if the federal government decides to, compensate these people, that's a wonderful thing. I remember back in 2021 when the then governor of Rivers State, Nyesom Wike, was about to construct a flyover at Rumigbo. This man demolished a lot of structures. He only spared one church. He demolished a lot of structures without any compensation whatsoever. He sent them away from their original occupancy and built that structure right there with no form of compensation whatsoever. So a lot of people have done this, and we have to commend the federal government for compensating those that are affected by the right of way. This is a very commendable act because the Constitution does not require you to do that. And that's why a lot of people, especially governors, take your lands without any recourse for some, sort of compensation. Let's go on.
That is messy. That is messy. Some people darken counsel without knowledge. There is devil in details. When you bring judgment, when you condemn people, you bring judgment upon yourself. And that's what he has done. And I think he's inciting some of the Southeast people that are not well informed. He's inciting them and he gets them into trouble. And he doesn't go to fight for them.
This is so true. Look, if you're online, if you're on Twitter, and you see the kind of comments, the kind of hateful and malicious comments against these projects, you'll be forced to reconsider your stance if you're not really well grounded. Because a lot of people are hating on this project because Mr. P2B does not approve this project. This project is a beautiful project. I don't care what anybody says about this project. You could be my father and you hate this project and I don't care what you gotta say. This is a beautiful project. And regardless of your tribe, or your religion or your political inclination, we should see the good in this project, because at the end of the day, we're going to enjoy this project, and it's something that is going to change the landscape of Nigeria forever.
Wisdom is a defense. We know money is a defense. But wisdom gives life to those that practice it. And I want our people to have wisdom, because I'm involved. And there is no humanity method to landmark. That matter should be buried, because I was there.
Now, one of the most pronounced, let me say the most pronounced properties that was demolished was the landmark resource center. I think it's a big, beautiful resource center that employs a lot of people. It is really important to our economy. And it is really sad that landmark, some part of landmark, I don't think it's the whole of landmark, bro, but some part of landmark has to go to give way to this project. It's really sad. But there's some compensation. The most intriguing thing is that the owner of landmark is not crying a river. But when you go online, it seems like the world has crumbled just because the right of way passes through landmark. So there is compensation for landmark, and landmark is not crying a river, and everything is fine. So this project is a wonderful project, and anybody that is inciting incendiary comments against this project is going to fail, point blank. This is a beautiful project. I don't care what you think. It's a beautiful project. We should go ahead with this kind of project. This kind of project that we welcome. Now, I would like you to take a look at the alignment of this project and see for yourself, not internet. See for yourself if the federal government is trying to cause damage or mitigate the damages that this project might cause. Take a look at it.
So once we are past landmark, another significant casualty is this Trinity House Church. So after Trinity House Center, you come to this Queen's Garden Event Center. There's this event center somewhere here, and then there's a rain oil filling station here, right? So the road, passes through it. It doesn't affect the event center, passes through it, and then we go down. So along this stretch in Lekki Phase 1, we don't have much damage here. Now, to be fair to the government and the people who came up with this alignment, from my own observation, I saw that they tried as much as possible to reduce the impact, because if you see, there's a slight deviation here, just albeit slightly, because they were trying to reduce the impact on these houses here. Because if it has gone as straight as it was supposed to be, you see that all these houses on this stretch would have been affected.
Now, whether you agree with me or not, this is a big, beautiful project with a train in between that, literally cuts through the major cities in the south and terminating at Calabar. Look, if you look at the hoops and the stress that we got to go through when you're traveling a long distance, you should appreciate this project. If you're going from Port Harcourt to Lagos, it's a stone throw when this project is over, because you can just hop in on the train and it takes you right to Lagos. So we are going to avoid those road accidents, kidnapping, gallops and stuff like that. That's why this project excites me, not just because I'm from Calabar and this project terminates at my city, but because the whole country is going to benefit from this project. It's going to be a landmark project. And I, want to enjoin Nigerians out there to be excited, just show some excitement about this project and don't hate on this project, because it's a wonderful project. To those of you who think that this project will not be complete, I disagree with you. This project will be complete in Jesus' name, and there is nothing that can stop it. It's a wonderful project. And I think that if you're a Nigerian, you should commend the government when they do things that are right. And when they do things that are wrong, you are free to criticize the government. This is why we are in a democracy. But I think that you're being hypocritical and not being truthful to yourself when you criticize things that are good. This project is a wonderful project. And I would like to thank Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration for this wonderful project, because it's going to put Nigeria on the landmark. Thank you so much. If you find value in what I do, I'd like you to hit that button and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and to help me to get this message to as much people as possible. Thank you so much. Thank you. See you. Peace out.